moment on this conference that I went for in Nairobi, when the South African Minister of Transport stood up in the gathering where there are political parties from all over the world, and he said to me, he said, I want to applaud Liberia because your election was so tight, hotly contested, and President Bouaga only defeated President Weah less than 30,000 votes. And yet, President Weah conceded. He said, you people should continue that democracy. I was proud. I'm going to say anyway, therefore, President, we have to concede and keep our democracy on the path it is. It's something, of course, I'm proud of, and I'm happy he did that. I would praise him any day for that, because not many Africans can do that. Look, let's stop all these political noise. When people do something good, praise them. He could have stayed in power like other people. Yes, he could have done that. When President Bouaga
on transparency, accountability, development, freedom of speech, freedom of expression, protection for the citizenry, human rights, dignity, restoration. All of these things, we listen to them during the campaign time. But what we have seen is a total reversal. What we've seen in our country. We are afraid that we are now moving towards democratic erosion or backsliding.
Kindly hit for us the share button, fellow Liberians.
We are very concerned.
Share with friends, share with family members. Let's get ready to have a wonderful time. So please help us to hit the share button. Thank you.
Better. Hence, we cannot keep quiet. And this is why, Martin Luther King said, it is, he who that sees injustice being permeated and keeps silent is as guilty as the one who perpetrates it. And so we cannot sit, very quietly in our cocoon of liberty, believing that, Liberia is on an irreversible path, for prosperity. When we see, spike in poverty, we see human rights indignation, we see proliferation of narcotics, especially so in the presidential cycle. People who are around the president, they be linked to narcotic, drugs abuse. Our children's future have been stolen from them. Hence, we are here, to chart a new course to national development, and social enlightenment. So I'm very happy again to be here on the second edition of the National Redemption, Hour here, on the political Palabajot. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Thank you so much, Honorable Ba. Thank you so much. We do appreciate you. So, fellow Liberians, let's just take a few bars of this music and get ready to bring you what we are supposed to bring you. Again, kindly hit for us to be the victim. We must take practical approach, hands-on approach. And we saw President Weah passing, through the legislative arm of the CDC, passing into law a very vigorous law that will be able to protect our mothers and making rape a non-bailable offense. Not only that, we saw that in order for him to be able to fight the issue of rape, we saw the purchase of 2 DNA machines, so that at the end of the day, it cannot just be, oh, the man raped me or this, that, but we have a scientific medium to be able to prove beyond unreasonable doubt when one is accused. Not only that, but we saw that His Excellency President Dr. George Manneh Weah was able to work with the Ministry of Education and that of the Ministry of Gender to train guardian counselors that were assigned almost 200 Liberians. They were assigned in schools across the Republic of Liberia. where they will be able to collect information. The students will feel free to talk to them, on these issues. We also saw under the administration of His Excellency President Dr. George Manneh Weah a number that was established for domestic violence. And there was almost like a monthly report relative to the issue of domestic violence from the Ministry of Gender. But today, Honorable Dogbayu, we are seeing a different trend, to the extent that the issue of rape has not doubled. In fact, it has quadrupled, where we are seeing ministers in this government having their will, not only on people who are minor, but I mean on kids, on children, 14 years old. And the government will choose through the police to protect these people. Honorable Dogbayu, I want to hear from you, sir. And we have a few clips that we are going to play. We have some other graphs that we are going to display here. What is happening with the issue of rape?
So what is happening first starts with, I think we have a video that I think you need to play, a video of a minister allegedly raping a girl while she's crying, recording him. He doesn't care. A certain minister of government is seen on live camera wearing his clothes after perpetrating rape. So maybe for your audience and those that have not seen that clip, they can see the clip. I just posted it in the chat room.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to play this clip.
And then I will show some, because there's a paradigm that I want to show. Since 2013, there has been consistent reporting on rape cases. When you report, it has the tendency to scare people. When you report, it gives the civil society, women grouping, and other advocates the tools and power to advocate for funding, to locate victims, and find remedy for their situation. Since 2013 up to 2023, there has been consistent reports published on the Ministry of Gender and Social Protection website. Today, I challenge you to go on the Ministry of Gender website. Since Mr. Boakai came to power, there has been zero reportage, publication of rape cases. The question now is, why is the government failing to report? Why this government since 2024? And my brother, share with me a data. The highest amount of
fellow Liberians home and abroad. It's a privilege again. Just a minute, but it's a privilege again for us to be on here. And we are so excited. We have another opportunity to be joined by our brother on this particular edition of today's presentation. I want to say thanks to all of you. I know some of you have been really concerned about our absence, but my people, it's not really easy. When you have a lot of stuff going on, sometimes, you got this going on, that going on, blah, blah, blah going on. So sometimes we get caught up in the middle of doing different things. And as you may be aware, this country that we live in, my people, even one day absence from work, it has a serious consequences on your check that is relative to your bills that you're going to pay. Here in the Western world, we pay for everything, including the bathroom that we use, the air that we take in. At a certain point in time in this country that we live in, I remember when I was back home, right, my brother Jake, I remember when I was back home. A friend of mine that I used to say, my man, the Western warrior, we can pay for everything, including the air that we breathe. So I used to overlook move for air, man. When I don't want to give money to people that time, you can say, oh, this time, already, my man, get chance. So all along, I have had this mind that when people don't want to give money or people don't want to give you, then they bring all kind of excuses. Oh, my man, paying bill, we're doing this, we're doing that, especially, people that and stuff like that. So when I entered this country, my brother, when the reality hit me, then I was like, I start laughing. I said, damn, they are coming, man. I said, bro, but man, sorry for all the negative perception that we have had, thinking that you guys were lying. So basically what I'm saying is that, it's not easy, my people, to do what we are doing, take care of the family, go to work, you got to pull roof over your head, you got to eat, you got to make sure the family back home, you got to cater to stuff. You know, it's just too much. But we are
Too much.
grateful. We are grateful that we found ourselves here. We are not saying that, all is rosy, but we are blessed to have ourselves here. And one of the reasons why we take pride in it is that, look, let me tell you something. It's only because we can be able to work to help other one or two family members. That's all. But if you are talking about in terms of comfort, my people, so we can't even, some of us can't even sleep for the complete 8 hours. We can't.
Yes.
You able to sleep for the 8 hour. You can't make it. You got to wake up. You got to do this. You got to do that. Look, in this world, in this country that we live in, my people, there are some things you got to automatically shut down. Your comfort have to be, if you want to, especially those of us who are from a background where we don't have it. Our parents did not leave the billions of dollars. They did not leave 50,000 acres of land and every other thing. We come here, we got to struggle for ourselves. We got to struggle for our children. And we also got to struggle to help other people. So we are almost like in 4 different capacities. We got to make sure that we ourselves are comfortable or we are well pleased. We got to make sure our kids, whether they are back home or they are with us, we got to make sure that they also are okay. We got to make sure that immediate family, for those of us, for example, that having maybe mother alive, father alive, other siblings alive, you got to also hustle to cater to them. Because when the brother call you, even when he says send $100, you can send it. It has not gonna leave 5 or 10 that you send it, and that's a minus on your budget. With the exception of that, you get other family members, cousin, auntie, child, the other one, what happened? You got to cater to them too. And sometimes your friends, in the same community, call you, my man, Jake, my man, what's up, my man? Your man, yeah, my man, how easy, my man, why? You got to make some kind of effort. So sometimes it's not even easier for us to even touch every lives. But again, we are grateful that we are here to be able to help others. My brother Jake, let me hear from you on this.
Let me elaborate. Let me elaborate what you're saying. This is everybody's followers. Salute to the followers and respect to the followers once again. Kudos to you people. You have to share this video. As always, sharing is free. The message is getting us out there. The debate is on. Let me elaborate a little bit concerning what our brother was saying here, especially we that oversee. It's reality. It's pretty silly. It's just a grace, but that God made us to come to the Western world, not on our own power. A lot of people, they try hard, but never make it. The Bible says many that call few are chosen. And I always tell Liberians, your destiny lies in your own hand. You shouldn't be victim. You shouldn't play that victim game. Your destiny lies in your own hand. And we that believe in God as Christian or even our Muslim brothers that believe in the Prophet Muhammad, in the Quran also, the same thing there. Many are called, few are chosen. But one thing I would tell the followers here, do not downplay yourself. The sky is your limit. The sky is your limit. Nobody play magic. It left with you. Because God says something very important that a lot of people don't grab. They downplay it. Especially when you're Christian or you're Muslim or what kind of faith you belong to. God gave us power. He said, the earth we live in is your footstool. It's your footstool. I give you power and dominion upon this earth. He said, I give you. He said, the earth we live in is your footstool. I give you. He gave it to all. I gave you power and dominion upon this earth to go conquer this earth. Imagine the great God I will serve. He already made all winner. No matter how you can take yourself, it depends on you. That's why I don't play the victim game. You must take responsibility of your own the choices you make in life. Don't play victim no matter what. He said, I give you power and dominion upon this earth. Go and conquer. You are a winner. So You know, the only thing that baffles us with that in the West, I will say something. Break one small statistic. We try our best in the Western world. We that came from the poor family that never used to eat breakfast and these things. Then so, some people like it, they lie, but that business. But deep down in that said they know the kind of society we come from. That poor society. We never. Today we have some other breaking glass cities, some down in and one in the Western world, things that we're not even thinking about. But the sad part of the thing, as people struggle in the Western world, the mentality in Africa is in our country is actually different. As we struggle and you provide for your family, it's time for them to lift you up about our notion, our country. They break a lot of people down. They destroy a lot of people outside. Imagine Liberians. Facts. We spent $350 million in the Liberian economy from remittance, from bank transfer, remittance. $350 million. People only taking a lot of projects in the Republic of Liberia. But our family still destroying us. You know, let me say something. If the Liberian, if we can change a certain law come up and we change the law in the country, Liberia will be greater. Because a lot of people outside are spending thousands of dollars every year. But the same family that you trust to do things for you, they will destroy you. That's why today we're not seeing real riches in the country. I will give you another example: Nigeria, Ghana. The Ghanaians, they're living outside here with us. I don't say they don't play them, but the way Liberian people don't play Liberians outside, they don't care. Ghanaian, you see all the Ghanaians outside, they invest in that country because why they get people or family member or friends that are willing to work with them. As you claim it, and people claim it with you, all of you will claim together. But as you claim it, you're happy and they're pulling you down, you can never make it. That's the problem facing our country. The wickedness of that country, that reality. Family destroying family, friend destroying friends, all the remittance, all these things. Imagine and follow up. You will send something for them. You will establish businesses for them. They will even destroy that same business and look up to you tomorrow. All the fabric of that country, everywhere they have destroyed people. Still people say happy family members and friends in that country. That's one of the biggest problems facing Liberia. Let me tell you, everybody in the Western world trying. People building houses for people, they destroying them. You establishing business like family member. People will ask, who you would choose to start establish business with? That your family member, that you're part of your group. You gotta look for a stranger on the street because now we're looking for a stranger because what? Family had buried a lot of people. They destroy a lot of people. I remember me get a story quick year before we start our show. Well, Ellen Johnson Shirley second train. I think everybody saw that story. Ellen even got angry. A woman in America, her husband, they tell that brother to build, the guy tell his brother to build a house. That was the woman first after he lied to the brother, same picture. Then a wife entrusted him with a lot of money. He finished bidding, they all sending photos. He said, oh, mama, this is our anniversary. Let's go Monrovia now. That the woman first time leaving America to go to Liberia with that guy. The man taking out, they're going to receive that key and everything. That guy ate the money. When the guy met him, he lied. Stay imagine Liberians. You heard about a family, I think generator smoke killed some family from America. That was lie. When I know generator, the guy killed that people because he couldn't provide that house. He killed that woman as well. That keep the woman first time coming from America. The news here to Ellen, you hear Ellen Johnson selling. The videos are there. Ellen, listen to the justice system in the Republic of Liberia. She used her executive power as president of the Republic of Liberia and sent that guy to prison in Bele Yala. And when George took power, Ellen told President George where I said, certain evil that happen in this country, don't free that man. He marching. When George took power, Ellen reminded George Weah. So don't free him from prison. Don't never give him executive clemency. This evil in this country. So many families have been destroyed. Let me tell you, Liberians, a Liberian were holding up to us. Nobody in that country, poverty will not reduce from people on outside. Imagine Liberia was spending 350 million. Y'all grab what I'm saying. The fact statistics are $350 million a year in the Liberian economy. We are the engine of the Liberian economy.
And you know, Jake, let me say this, right? Let me come in with this. Those of us who came here, I mean, in the Western world during the 90s, our people must give us credit and have great respect for us.
Mhm.
You know, back in the 80s, or maybe in the late 70s or in the 80s,
Yeah.
I mean, people who to some extent were doing well in Liberia, like ministers or people who were highly connected, they were the ones that used to send their children here. And they
Yes.
used to support their children from Liberia. I know of people
Mhm.
back in the 80s that had family members here that were more like directly supporting them from Liberia. I'm telling you. I know a family. I'm not going to call name. I know a family that were supporting their family members. I mean, back here in the US, people used to send money from Liberia back in the 80s to their family member here to cater to either their some kind of way their needs or so. It used to happen.
Their
And most
schools
of the
and things.
people, and
Yeah,
most of
yeah.
the people at that time, you know, that used to send their people, they were either one way or the other. I'm not saying all, but most of them were connected to government. They were either government official relatives, you know, government official days and that and stuff like that. But I mean, yeah, in our days, since the 90s, or maybe one would say 1989 or maybe 1988, and people ran away and they came here. Those of us who are here, it's not easy. We are on our own. Nobody
Mhm.
doing anything for us. We came in this country under the harshest circumstances and situation. Things are tough. The economy have changed. Many
Yes.
things have happened. Especially those of us that coming, you know, look, 90, 91, 2000 and stuff like that. You must really pray for us because it's not easy. Nobody is supporting us. It's not like yesterday where things were all over the place. In fact, as I speak to you now in the United States, things are, let's say in the Western world, things are tough. The way the people used to give, I mean, they had the different programs that they used to offer this, that is the people cutting it now. Even here in America, my people, if I
Yes,
tell you
it's
some,
true.
I'm not going to name any one of them. But if I tell you some of the things that they are cutting down, you will not believe it. It's very serious. Most of these social services opportunity, you know, that the people had, the people are now either adding more vigorous investigation to it, thereby denying some other people and stuff like that. It's not easy. That's the reason why, you know, whatever we do, pray for us. Remember us in your prayer. Because you know what it means? Look at how much we are sending back in remittance, like Jacob said, to Liberia. Who are we sending those money to? We are sending it to family members,
Mhm.
projects, and etc. etc. And that's the reason why when people like Joseph Newman Boyka, who should be the president, should even encourage those of us in the diaspora, should be able to give us that particular encouragement. When he's calling us dogs and telling us we should move and mocking us, it hurts.
Mhm.
Because everything that we look, my people, the fact of the matter is that we own nothing in this country. Even if somebody tell you about my horse, that thing, yeah, you can't own horse. The only place we can own horse are in Liberia. Yeah, you can't own horse. Because at the end of the day, even when you finish paying for the horse, pata, you pay all the money. You still got to pay someone a bill. House owner association, someone a bill. If you pay it, they will can't take that horse from you. They will come and take it from you. Once you get a house, you say you buy it. You pay some of the people building. They will come back and take it from you. Bam. They will take it from you. It is only in Liberia that 1988, your power, or let's say 1842, your power pay her up to another place, stay there. Even though about paying child on horse. So what we are saying is that pray for us. It's not easy. And for us to do what we are doing, it's tough. We gotta be doing different things to be able to help. So, like I said, those of us that in here, you know, in the 90s, in the 2000s, it's not easy. We own our own. We have nobody helping us. That we are our own head, we are our own tail. So But we are grateful, my brother. We are grateful. We are grateful that we are here. I want us to straightly jump into the first issue. Like I said, today you're going to take charge because I will be behind the scene doing other stuff, and things like that. We are concerned. The recent case, and I want us to just use the next 2-3 minutes and talk about it, involving Honorable Samuel Tueh. The government have made us to understand that they have all of the evidence. And the reason why we continue to stress on Honorable Samuel Tueh is because of his proximity to the power yesterday. That's why we continue to stress on it. The government made us to understand that they have all of the evidence to bring this man down guilty. To the extent they even found him guilty before he could even go to court. Before he could even go to court, they've already put down a guilty verdict on him. They've already said, oh, the man is corrupt. Even while he was serving as finance minister,
Yes.
the so-called political elite coined a narrative to say to the Liberian people that this man is guilty. So everybody believed in Liberia that the reason why, for example, the rain was falling in the net was because Honorable Samuel Tueh corrupt. The reason why the sun was shining, early in the afternoon, it was because President Weah was corrupt. And because Samuel Tueh was taking the money carrying President Weah. The people coined the narrative to the extent that the very few of them who had the opportunity to the social media, they make it to look that they were in the majority. Look, now I'm getting to understand something, right, Jay? These guys were never in the majority.
No.
It's just that they had their wings spread on these different media to the extent when they're talking, you think that they plenty, but they were never plenty. They never had substance, but they lie with both face and lie to the extent that they could even tell you, say, the sun is blue or the sun is green, you will believe it. But you see, what is happening now? Reality is stepping in. People are not observing, people are not seeing. They took Honorable Samuel Tueh to court with all of what they said, everything that they brought against him. Jurors of his own, his own peers, they look at it for long and say, well, they may lie on him. All the evidence I bring it in, not evidence to indict him. They think it cannot be an evidence to indict the man. And from information that we have gathered, Tueh at the LPRC, this man was able to pay huge money to even try attempt bribing, the jurors. Because remember now, they are the government who are in charge of protecting jurors. That Samuel Tueh have nothing to do with that. Are the government. That the government, the executive, the judiciary, they are part of that particular process. They know where the people are. They know where the people are because they have to provide protection for them. So how will you want to accuse an innocent Samuel Tueh, he didn't even get money, of trying to Sonny? But we are grateful that the press conference that CDC had was able to expose these people, especially the likes of Tueh at the LPRC, where these people, they were attempting to bribe the juror. We also saw a communication where the Ministry of Justice is saying that they want to now investigate. From the information that I gathered today, that the judge is summoning or calling both the defense and that of the the prosecution team. He is calling them for a conference. My brother, less than no time, we saw another communication coming from the place, asset recovery, on the same Samuel Tueh. My brother Jake, I want to hear from you. What is going on here with this Samuel Tueh? Look, they are not prosecuted. Let's say these people are getting at the CDC. But let's hear from you, my brother. What is going on?
Let me tell the followers, respect into the follower once again. For me, Prince, I was telling to the followers here, CDC, yeah, CDC, the former president is former surrogate. I've been saying it. I said 2029, for you to grab on power, you got to be very, very radical. You will remember my video then. You will remember my video, say, Jake Ben saying these things to all. I tell you people, the peace of that nation it depends on the Unity Party, not on CDC. There's a total wish on the justice system have been compromised. It's blanket justice system. So they will do anything in their power to prove to the Liberian people that the CDC government was corrupt. Imagine the freedom man, they finding different avenues to bring him back to court or to find him guilty. It's a total vision. It's a political vision. But I blame the Unity Party. I blame the hierarchy of the so-called CDC people. Who did they having meeting to whatsoever headquarters youth member, this and that. It's not enough. Who said the Unity Party see that your meeting? The Unity Party want to see both steps. That you can, let me tell you something with somebody, I'll tell you today. You're a joker in that country, a CDC. That why me, I tell people, another sedition that say about Jake, another sedition. Me put my face on the platform again. I know the former president, long time. So that what I like his policy, he had there since 1847. I decided to support him. And now we are ashamed. And now sedition. Because I know him long time. I told people enjoy whether in politics. I got nothing to talk in Liberian politics. Nothing to say. I love for my money. God bless me. I live my life. Because I finished knowing the politics in Liberia now. It's about targeting the native question. How you gonna call it at your business? But I left with the CDC. I'm not gonna span they get. Some people can say they're weak. The peace is not in your hand. The peace is in Unity Party hand. So tactics to play on you people. President, where you get all the connection in the country, you get all the connection around the world. That you can crumble the Unity Party, but you're putting your peace posture. After Summit 12, whatsoever, they coming for you. I told you, and the one thing I like you listen on the palaver, I tell you to buffer your security, you buffer your security. I gave you a lot of scenario. How the targeted opposition leader, I gave you one in Japan. Shinzo Abe. One of the finest Japanese prime minister to ever exist in Japan. They kill him up square. They kill him because they didn't want for him to return to power. Shinzo Abe, he was best friend of Donald Trump, one of the coolest. Donald Trump even fell out scenario. It's so you get all the connection in the yeah, you can hear me, please?
Hello, yeah, okay, we'll get you now.
You get all the connection in the country, all of the country. Former president, you're sorry, kid. But I don't want to get no connection. Because you're looking for, you're waiting for 2029. Now, total vision. I told you, President, and Samuel 12, you need to, I told you, you need to take the Unity Party to court ahead of time. You need to take them to court. It's a total vision they're planning on you. So, please, I will tell you all the truth here. I will tell you the truth. Well, you're not getting ready for 2027, yeah? To make the Unity Party. How can you, in a 2 years old man, playing on your that in the country, when they were in opposition, all the radical thing they were doing, the people know they're doing everything for you to start back from coming to power. All that lies they spread through that surrogate, the missing balls, all these lies, you can know they were all gibberish and propaganda. I told you, the main person they targeting are the president. Somebody told him, I just lay meaning the targeting for now to weaken the government, to weaken the opposition. You know, if they didn't say that Fernando Kofane case, they will say Fernando Kofane will find guilty. Believe me, they won't just prove something. They won't prove something. That you also see they say Fernando found guilty.
You know, my brother Jake, this is what I want to say on this particular issue. What we have observed in Liberia, fellow Liberian, that's why we continue to say, and we told civilians, there's no need for us to celebrate any system. Because the thing is, it is not broad, it is not clear that what is happening is complete witch hunt. It's not about the law. The guys are angry. They are angry. Anytime the system is trying to be very, very objective or try to be objective, Joseph Newman Boyka will get vexed. The reason why you see the judge, Fekar, is calling both the defendant and the how you call the prosecution, these people are not happy. Joseph Newman Boyka is not happy. The communication is here. Wait, let me just say the communication is here. Let me just read the communication. Joseph Newman Boyka is not happy. The plan of look, these guys said it from the beginning. Their mission is to destroy the CDC. That's what they said from the beginning. They did not add it. Their mission is to ensure that the CDC is completely destroyed. They are going at the CDC. So anything that will be able to exonerate anybody who is associated with the CDC, my people, these guys will not be happy. They will not be happy. So Boyka is not happy. You think we are surprised that Judge Fekar is calling back the prosecution and that of the defendant? You think we are surprised? We said it a long time ago. Remember on this platform, we said it. It's not something for us to celebrate. Look, my people, in as much as Joseph Newman Boyka still sits at the presidency or at the executive mansion, celebrate nothing. Celebrate nothing. We win anything until Joseph Newman Boyka can be out of the executive mansion through what we call the legal means. That's the only way that we can be able to celebrate. That's the only celebration. But for now, somebody go to call, oh, yeah, the court say, and the other one has on it, the other one has on it. Don't mind that thing. Don't mind that thing. Because Boyka mission, like we said, and we'll continue to repeat ourselves over this, over and again, is to ensure that the CDC is destroyed. That's it. Supreme Court, fellow Liberians, tomorrow we are expecting the case of Honorable Yeke Koluba and that of the House. We are expecting the Supreme Court to rule tomorrow. Tomorrow they will be able to come down with their their ruling on this particular issue. They will come down with it. But let's look at what is happening in this entire stuff. That the judge is calling back. The judge is calling back. Both the
what part of the war you free somebody and he said George called back? What kind of justice system is that?
I know, and the judge is calling them back. And the only reason we continue to say that the judge is calling these people back is because these guys have realized that from all indication, the CDC must be held. Imagine what happened to our headquarters. The case was in court. They even called the case good. They went and go broke it down. They broke it down.
Yeah.
These guys went and collected communication from New Town, from West Point Magisterial Court. Where when they asked the lawyer, he said, they asked the judge said, but I mean sign the document here. And that means I don't know about it here. The particular rate here where they say, I don't know about no rate. You remember the case where they say LDA were going to go raid and they jumped in the CDC party headquarters? They even discharged firing there. When that particular case, when we decide to look into it, where the paper came from, where the rate came from, only for us to go check, they say from West Point, to go ask the judge of West Point or the magistrate or however he's called, and say, I'm baking on my people and I know nothing about this. They go ask the other person and say, no, I know nothing about it. Only because the government wanted to take shame on their face, get what they did. They collected the messenger, the sheriff. They said that he didn't want temper with it, they put it in jail. They see that kind of thing. You see it? They collected the poor man, the poor messenger. They put it away. And they bring with the messenger to the court. Where can tell the people, okay, that the poor messenger they collected, they carry, they say, I hear the one temple with the people. And this is what we continue to say. Joseph Newman Boyka has damaged every system in our country. He has damaged everything. This is the reason why people don't even have confidence to deal with this government. This government is her own demon. Look, I can say this. Seditions, we have what we call, whether be it the connection or the academic prowess or whatever, to ensure that this government is uncomfortable. But we are not doing that. Look, President Weah can take to him to the heel and say, look, you know what? I will demonize this government. Just only one serious press conference from President Weah. The government, they will not even find no head, no tea. I'm telling you something. If it is not because, let me tell you today, let me confess this today, my people. Some of the route that some people can want to take, the radical route. When I mean radical, not nothing unorthodox, but to pin the government down. You must thank God for President. Yeah, some of you know, when we are now we sit down for long and say, no, let's get them chance. Let them go ahead. Let them lead. Let them not put the blame on us. Let them not say seditions were the cause. Let me tell you today, oh, you think, look, ask Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, where they said our iron lady. We hold that woman feet to fire for 12 years. She was confusing our country. For 12, you know the story. You think the energy deserves the way we tackle Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf? You think the people there they lost? They are still around. We are still around. We can do that. But you must thank God for President Weah, the men who believe that everybody must be given fair chance, must be given an opportunity. Sometimes when we want to be very radical, you say your take time. Let the people lead. Before they blame us tomorrow, they say that we the one made, they now succeed. You're leading. You're calm down small. You're calm down. So when you say that United Party, you must thank God for President Weah. Maybe you don't know, but let me say this today. You must be grateful to President Weah. Because if not because of his intervention, that sometimes when we want to show this government that look, this nonsense is enough, and we want to take the hard-land democratic course, we are saying, no, my people, you can't down. The country here for all of us. Let the people then lead. Even though they did not give us the opportunity, even though they did not give us the time and the chance, but let's give them their own time. And this is what we are seeing. So Joseph Newman Boyka wants to ensure that every system of the government bow down to him, answer yes sir to him. But we are watching this, and we continue to say to the international community, the money that was spent to be able to put system in place is very dangerous if nothing is done to curtail what is happening in Liberia. It's very dangerous. It's very bad. The international community spent plenty of money. United Nations, the United States of America, all our international partners, they spend enough money to make sure that at least our justice system is at the level that it is. To see that Joseph Newman Boyka take over and everything is going downhill and we're sitting down. Look, these are the things that can be able to, somebody will say, cause chaos. Let me just put it this way. To stimulate serious problem. When the court that all of us feel that we should be equal in, because in the court, that's why you see the lady, the symbol of the court, you see somebody there with blindfolded. So they don't look at your age, they don't look at your political connection, they don't look at the language you speak or whatever, they dispense justice. But unfortunately, under Joseph Newman Boyka, he has raped that particular lady and took her the clothes off. Now she's looking at people. When you can't say that Unity Party men down there, you can't now we guilty already. Who that one, who that CDC men down there, you're moving from there. This is what is happening. This is what we are seeing. What became of Madam Gloria Mususka today, my brother Jake? What became of her? Gloria Mususka, after committing a crime which she alluded to, I saw the person, I put pepper spray in the person's eye. Gloria Mususka walk away. You don't know what pepper spray is? Maybe some of you don't know it. But we know what pepper spray is. When they put pepper spray in your eyes, you confuse, you get crazy for a few minutes, especially from the distance that she was talking about. But when the Unity Party took over, guess what they did? They made Madam Gloria Scott to walk away on a red carpet. They Gloria Scott, Baba, you okay? What did they do with how you call J. Brian McGill from the Ministry of Youth and Sports after raping a 14-year-old girl? And the police gave a certificate. They say, "Oh, where you go?" Any man is with the Ministry of State for Presidential Affairs now. What become of the NSA deputy director who raped a 16 years old boy, of him all the way to death? What happened? And they just call him the same one go sit in the jail for like people who talk plenty. That just 7 days after 7 days. Where is he now? What happened to all of those cases of rape? Have you ever heard anything from the Ministry of Gender? No. So the international community must take note of what is happening, because we will not allow Boyka to plunge that country into peace. It will not work, my brother. You see what they're doing? They're calling the case back because Boyka is not satisfied. Boyka wants, he take. What Boyka say I must get is what he will get. But we tell Boyka that Liberia is not his personal property. Liberia is not Wasunga where he get a horse. No, Liberia is for all of us. And all of us will do everything to protect democracy. You know how many persons died to put us where we are? 250,000+ human beings. Some people knew nothing about government. They just Boyka can't misbehaving like this. This is sad, my brother Jake. This is sad. And like you said, we are watching. But Joseph Newman Boyka will not plunge that nation into chaos and think he can walk away with impunity. Remember, you have your children. Remember, you get grandchildren. You get family members. We will continue to hold them responsible because they are the ones that encourage.
But Brian Cotton, the country already in chaos. Nobody coming. Let me say it to the Unity Party. When me say this to the followers here, you the biggest podcaster now in Liberia, outside of Liberia. You the big ass saying there, not because I the only platform. You the biggest podcaster now in the Republic of Liberia, outside the inside the country. Liberia is 1.2 million views in 1 month. I'm not talking about that spontaneous podcast when he gets radio station. Remember, you're feeling for getting into a bad view from Bangladeshis then all on that side. What about real view and one that I don't pay for nobody? Almost 1.9 million a month. 1.9 million views. The biggest podcaster now in Republic of Liberia. Your voice very powerful. Now, when I told you something, you are saying something. Somebody come in your DM. Don't allow the people that are set up. A lot of them will sell you all. They will use with me. They will use this. I will go in closer. Me, I get an ego. I'll think out of the box. I'm not easy. I'm not easy person. No. I'm not easy person. I'll think quick. I'll play puzzle. You one of the biggest target now in the world, in Liberia, in any kind of phone to destroy you. So you gotta be vigilant. So area you going, among some people in the Republic of America, you gotta be vigilant. God, you security men say. I'm telling you, I'm breaking the news of the Liberia. Not easy numbers down there. Not easy numbers all around the world. So you because you know what? I'll tell Liberians here. I told followers here. This is the biggest on the Palava is the biggest is presidential print. You know why? Because the men break that cycle. The men relaying video, past and present, comparing. Now those days where someone then doing the opposition time, they will just sit, they'll just be reading from stupid pamphlet in the day. They can't show video. No. Video will judge everything, compare the present and the past. You see, what makes the debate so easy and what makes friends on the flower making a wave all around the world? Because you don't relay video. During that time, they were pushing propaganda. Henry Costa will come with bone shell. They'll be reading from paper. Nothing to prove to the Liberian people. They can't even fact checking. You are just seeing it that when people never even take the phone to say, let me do my own research here. What the guy saying here? So the gullible society fall for it. What that Henry Costa, what they are today now? They cannot come back. You know why? Because they got a relay video. That's why I tell followers here, any platform you going on now, they don't relay video to compare the 12-year Ellen Johnson Shelley, and the 6-year George Weah and the United Party, don't watch any platform. Question them. He said, no, don't bring your last year. Let one see video. That's why are you making a wave that no other day cannot stand it no more. If you look at Reloaded, so the government Reloaded, they don't play video, they don't just talk. They'll bring this, they'll bring the other minister. What? They will talk about our government now. But yeah, no, we're pinning it because we will play most of the Unity Party video what the president said during a campaign time. What he said, the vice president at that time, Joseph Boakai, what he promised the Liberian people that nobody will set how we're holding them today. What he said to the concession companies in all the country, that what we're holding them today. That why now you the biggest podcaster in Liberia and also Liberia. You can take it to the bank that the reality. I'm talking about those that get radio station. No, that one is different. A radio, that one going all around. But people that are having their own show, political show. Nobody can match your numbers. Kudos to you, and more respect to that, and more respect to you for achieving that kind of heavy fee and numbers. It's not easy to get it. You're consistent. You've been doing it for years. It's paying off now. The people following for they think or again. You're on a radio station now on Friday. Maybe in the future, to King's FM should be giving your own slot. If the 2027, if be waiting them to give your own Thursday or Sunday slot for 1 hour. Only you alone. The same thing where you display video and other things. Then they will give as the election growing, getting closer. You gotta give your own slot on True FM or Kings or Freedom FM, one of them, you gotta get slot there by yourself from America whatsoever. Yes, because you're making a wave. A salute to you. I told people I said nobody can just buy you so easy, but you must be very, very watchful for setup. Let me say this. The country already in chaos. I live in Europe here. The United Party here, they listening here. Then they give it to that surrogate. That surrogate. You're in deep trouble. You see that interviewer Boakai had with that journalist? Let them go follow that guy. That journalist that interviewed Boakai. He's from France. They know what they call, the United Party that dull people. Very dull. You think Macron know that Guinea on our land? You think Macron know? Macron know. You know where's Doumbouya? Doumbouya was in the military. You can call it gendarme or the French army, whatsoever you people can call it. They know him personally. They know him. They know him. Let me tell you, Prince, I will break it yet. That could have happened in Guinea when Doumbouya took power. France never agreed with that coup. They never agreed to appoint another leader. No. They wanted for the system to flow. France had heavy stake in Guinea. But you know what happens, friends? I will break it down to the stupid United Party, low left people, low IQ people, Quentin people. Let me tell you, Prince, I said something from the beginning. When Doumbouya took our land, people were thinking about conspiracy. Nothing that conspiracy. I don't preach conspiracy. I will play my puzzle and take it out of the box. Now, America attacked Iran. Prince, I said it here. Iran had Doumbouya was friendly. Let me tell you, let me break it down for the stupid Unity Party. They told low IQ for me. Alewal l'affaire Gousset, Councilor l'affaire Gousset something on one interview. But when if the legislature has spent, Joseph Boakai should be impeached. Let me tell you now, it was not gullible. It was real neutral balance. I play Speaker Kun to set record in the history of Liberia. I play Speaker Kun. Disregard whatsoever. He got political feature. I think God while they challenging him now in one district. Because when he not play smart, they will remove him from that district. They challenging him. I know what we're gonna damn man whosoever challenging him in that era. They must challenge him. They get a span. How can an 82-year-old man take oath according to our constitution to defend the Republic of Liberia? Guinea Guinea crumble on our land. He said nothing. It's like impeachable. It's, you don't even compromise that thing. The president need to be impeached. Then Jeremiah can't take the remaining 4 years from him because he's not in control. He's not in control. He's a president of the Republic of Liberia, commander-in-chief of the armed forces. Liberia, that's the title the president gets. He's a commander of the armed forces. He can wage emergency war at any time, according to the Liberian Constitution. The president alone can wage a war. And no, he doesn't need legislature approval. He doesn't need legislature approval. He talked to the higher people in the security apparatus. He can wage a war in anywhere, and the government will follow, and the people will follow. That's the power the president gets with the people of Liberia. You read the Liberian Constitution. He slipped by away. If the legislature has span, if they won't set record in West Africa in the war that people were embracing, Speaker Kun should impeach the president right now. Impeach the president. The president is feeble, Liberian people. He's 82, going to 83. He's feeble. The thought is not there anymore. The reality I'm saying here, your fellow tap that lead. What? It's an impeachable crime. Somebody crossing your border, then you saying nothing. The news already in France. All the media institution in France carrying it. They know what they call Doumbouya. Doumbouya in the French military. Now, why I asking people in Guinea, Doumbouya need to address the Liberian people. Come from a palace and address the Liberian people why he took our land. Liberia, this is a question I'm asking you people. Why he never took the land under George Weah? He was a military leader under George Weah. He overthrew under George Weah. He overthrew Conte George Weah's father in Guinea. He overthrew Conte, he came to power. If anything about seriously about land, why now he's a surveilling president? He was a military junta. The military answered to him when he had all kind of power. Why he never took the land under George Weah? But now he took the land under Joseph Nyeman Boakai. Why? That is the question you people should ask. If this was a real land issue, why he never take it under George Weah? And the same George Weah, when he overthrew Conte George Weah opposed to ECOWAS, George Weah was not satisfied with that overthrowing. The videos are there. George Weah, among the ECOWAS leaders at that time, to condemn that coup in Guinea. Because you know what? He overthrew Conte. Conte was George, like a father to George Weah. The Macky Sall, all of them from Senegal, they condemned that coup. Why? Why he couldn't get vexed as a military leader to take the land. You know why he couldn't do it? Because George Weah had people in top places. George Weah had Macron and other people. He couldn't take that land. And for land, he couldn't because George Weah going to buffalo him. Reality, because why George Weah had the Israeli prime minister. Benjamin Netanyahu was under George Weah wing. Let me explain things to you yet. He couldn't take the land. He know who is Boakai. Boakai is weak. That's why he took the land. He know Boakai don't have no connection in the Western world. There is a revenge. Let me tell you, Liberian people. Let me bust your bubble here. When America attacked Iran had a lot of investment in Guinea. Guinea had affiliation with Russia. Putin. They had affiliation with the Iranian supreme leader who got killed in this war here. And top people within the Iranian government. With China. These are the players are calling now. That who Doumbouya was friendly with. These people. So when this thing happened, he decided to go on the land. Nobody want to include from Liberia to his land. I finished putting my pieces together. He decided to do it. You are looking for an American ally in the West, in no Liberal American ally in the West African region. Then the whole Unity Party sit there. The men have visited Donald Trump. You cannot play the game, Unity Party people, dummy people. You cannot go tell Donald Trump because you attack Iran. A surrogate here that support Iran decide to inclusion what border. You know what the military would do? Not the United States government would do. Imagine what they did in Nigeria just recently. They killed as a second leader that was killing a lot of Christians in Nigeria. The Nigerian government and the American military work together. They eliminate all of them. Facts here. Then you're talking about the Unity Party that move and shake out door people. Door people. You let Jumuya to threaten you in the new world order. When you get ally like Israel. Where Israel is our ally for a long time. Because you don't have this connection like Georgia have this connection with Benjamin Netanyahu of Israel. You think when Georgia was president today, Jumuya could take the land? The question I ask you, why he never take the land? Because he knew who all Georgia was friendly with. The Israeli prime minister, no nonsense man. Donald J. Trump, no nonsense man. Because they see the feeble man in power. Because he overthrew an 82 years old man. You're feeling forgetting? He overthrew an 82-year-old country that was feeble, that never had nothing. So he overthrew it. I don't know if it was a plane or not. He overthrew it. Because our country brought him to Guinea to quell down protest that had Dumaya king. And in the stage that coup. But when the stage that coup, why he couldn't take the land on George Weah? Because he knew George Weah had Macron, people in top places. The German chancellor, all of them. Those in Dubai, the Qatari leaders. The Emirate from Qatar, all of them. Dubai, Saudi Arabia, the prince. Because they're all Georgia friends. Why he never took that land? But on a weak burger in the Unity Party, we don't have connection, the parade that say, oh, in the country. That's why the country is broke. When I tell you that they have been blackballed, if the president not change his attitude, they wish hunting everything. Start govern the country, develop the country, start targeting people. Because tomorrow you will not be here tomorrow. What will happen to your children? What will happen to that property that you're burying? The $10 million mansion you're burying? What will happen to Gafuan and too? You think the only wish one is say that you think the only wish hunting people? What they burying wealth in the Republic of Liberia? They bury more than CDC? Mansion that owner that Bell Edmond Twede? They bury half of about $350,000 home now. All of them. So what are they playing? You think they won't stay in power forever? That's the thing I'm talking about. I said 2029, 2028. I will say it again. I put my dossier together. I call it a secret dossier. When the President George, I will say my dossier. And he will follow what I will tell him. He will follow everything. He will follow some. The 2028 election in America depends on 2029 in Liberia. I'm saying it again.
You know, my brother Jake, let me just say this, right? It's like everything that is happening in Liberia, these people, they are not even concerned. They don't even want to know. And the reason why I'm saying this is because the level of hardship that have taken over the country, the government is even adding more to that. I mean, more to that. I listened to the president of the University of Liberia, Madam Mapaya or so, talking about the increase in tuition. And I want to say Brother Fode passed away for bringing this up because it's also on our listing of discussion. Thank you so much, my brother Fode. I want to welcome our sister Nina, Emmanuel Ape. How are you? I salute you, Ping. Thank you so much for everything. I mean, all of you who are joining us. The Grammar Police man thing, thank you so much for your presence here. I mean, all of you, Venetius Junior Bar, Emmanuel Bro, Salia Lansana Kane. I mean, all of you, I want to say thanks for your presence here. They president of the University of Liberia was invited at the OKFN talking about the university. And she made a comment in my mind, which I believe it wasn't only untimely, but it was reckless. And it's intended to even deny for fear in our students. The University of Liberia under President George Manneh Weah, he understands very well that that is one of the most premier university that the poor people children can go to. Because some of them can't even afford to go to the UMU. They can pay for even credit out. Or talking about AMU or etc. etc. It is that place that people flood. So sometimes when you see the number, you scare. Because that's the only place people go to get that premier, education. Especially, at the advanced level. And there's the reason why when President Weah was president, even at the time he wasn't president, when he was never in political something, he had one of the highest scholarship there.
Exactly.
And the main reason why His Excellency President Dr. George Manneh Weah was doing that was because he knows very well that at the end of the day, these are the people that are going to be the leaders of Liberia. And you know that one way or the other, these people, they will always contribute a quota. So even when he was never president of Liberia, he had the highest scholarship at that particular place. I mean, the highest. Sponsoring other people. Other people benefited from it. And today he's saying it with pride and dignity. And the reason why all of these things were happening was because people, the president, we knew very well that the University of Liberia, the poor man's choice. So when you give scholarship, many people who cannot afford it will go there. They will go on this scholarship. There are some people that just go and register, they don't even get money to pay. They're depending on these different scholarships. That's why President Weah was giving this scholarship. When he became president, he looked at it for long and said, we must do something. Look, you see, the difference between President Weah and these idiots that are in power is that President Weah think about his people. When he became president, he said, look, it is about time that we absorbed the pressure. Let us take the pressure off our people. We as a government, for too long, our people have made sacrifices. It is about time that we make the sacrifices. If because of us to go hungry, let the people benefit.
Exactly.
We saw what President Weah did with that tuition free. You think where that money was coming from? It was coming from some of the taxes that people were paying from the various concessions. It was coming from some of the pay cuts that was being done.
The harmonization.
The harmonization. Thank you very much. The harmonization. So President Weah made the sacrifices so that those at least who get something can be able to benefit, and also other people who don't have a benefit. We saw with the issue of the rights, where President Weah said, look, in order for us to be able to at least ease down the tension from our people, what do? Let's be able to absorb and give these rights put us some subsidy so they can bring the rent down to the level of what people can afford. President Weah did that. Now, what happened to the gas? During the time the gas issue happened in Liberia, what did we see? President Weah was able to tell all the gas importers that he will relax the taxes.
Yes.
So at least at the end of the day, the gas can be at the level where the people can afford. These are serious economic intervention we are talking about. I'm not reading, I'm not telling you lie. These are all things that we saw. But today, look at this government who said they've come to rescue the people. Instead of even making intervention, guess what? They are even adding more taxes. So for
14% from 9 to 14. From 9 to 14.
So for the president of the University of the country, if we come in carry something up because and the services data, who's supposed to pay for education? Especially in the public sector. Who's supposed to make it better? Is it the family members? You know what public institutions are established? I'm surprised at this, but again, when you bring somebody who do not understand the people's situation, when you bring somebody who is completely abstract from a different place, don't understand our society, and don't want to understand, these are the reckless.
But let me ask you, she ever attended the University of Liberia?
No, the woman's an American. No, she had never. She was recommended. And what we expect, because look, it's not a bad thing to either be an American or a Chinese to work at that particular level, but understand the system, work with people. If Lady Makpanya understand the situation of our education, how our people have been denied, she will not be brave to sit down in our studio.
But Prince, because Prince, she don't know the struggle of the University of Liberia.
No, she don't know.
It's an obstacle.
She don't even know the political history of that university on government. She don't know
Thank
that
you.
government have been seriously, government have been seriously molested because of that university. She don't understand that. You see, that's why when you bring aliens in your system, in your circle, people who do not understand that the nonsense that
Thank
can happen.
you.
And there's
Yes.
the reason why when some people start blaming Joseph Union Burger, that man, not looking at too much Liberia, correct, man. Sometimes other people can want to believe it. Because look, my brother, as dear as Liberia is to us, very dear to our heart. You think you, Jake, you'll be in position. Somebody in that position, somebody can say, come and take your land. You think that
No.
nonsense will happen? You just imagine if I what you will say the next day they will jump from that particular sword. But there's the thing that just anymore but I can't get time for what happened in Liberia. When we
Yes.
go up and we come down, we fail. Just anymore but I can't get time. Just anymore Burger was brave enough to when he went to Sierra Leone. When he went to Sierra Leone, what did he do? And he gave the Kenema school. He gave that Kenema school almost $500,000. Oh yeah. Wait, my brother, go ahead. Uncle from here, I'm talking to people can feed our line. Let's go ahead. Uncle from here,
Liberians.
let me get that Sonny.
As my brother Prince looking for this, because we say we don't relay video here. We don't just talk here. And what made this man the biggest podcaster now in Liberia and outside of Liberia. You like it or not. Search and bring me any name on this platform after this conversation. Let me tell you something. Prince, she's an outsider. She don't know the hardship of the university. In fact, all the universities in Liberia are outdated university. One of the oldest in West Africa. I told people the area of that university of Liberia need to be removed. We need to look for $500 million, $500 million, or $600 million to build new University of Liberia. The location, how the seat of the government will be right near the University of Liberia. A van for chaos, a van for problem. Have the problem. No part of the world you will see the seat of the government, the legislature brain, the executive, all of them around there. Then you put a university, you put a hostile public university down there. No part of the world, you make your own research and you come back to me. The reality, I flag here a long time, all data in a modern era, no computer system, nothing working. And the same thing again, they go to our national football team. They take a Moroccan now to coach the Liberia national team. What a society! So no. Let me tell you, this is not. Can I ask the followers here? I want to tell my football side. Let me leave it. How can the Moroccan national team will take a Osalo, will take a Liberian, or what kind of society we finding ourselves into now? Where you go? If even the big Liberia, when I'm paying that man, you know why? When I'm paying because you're not Liberian. You take somebody that will play for when from Liberia in a defeat will pin them. That common logic. Common logic. You bring anybody to your national team and they defeat that person or the beating them, will not feel it. But put a real person for different, especially from Ghana, you take Ghanaian coach. Nigeria, that's how it's going to be. I want to call it national coach, national team. You don't bring foreign on there. No. I won't buy that idea. No, because nothing will. It's a national pride. It will not pay you. That the same way they're doing Kante Me Too. You from Lofa, you take Lofa coach. Anything that will beating Lofian, it will pin them. The beating the banner will pin them because why they from that country. I'm a nationalist. Come to these things. I'm a nationalist. It's reality. It's reality.
My brother Jake,
That's the problem.
This is the photo. This is the photo right here, my people. This is Joseph Newman Boyka. Joseph Newman Boyka. This is Joseph Newman Boyka. He was in Sierra Leone. Here is it. That's the video right here. He was in Sierra Leone. You understand? Now, don't get me wrong. Many of us who attended school out of Liberia in different areas. No, we understand that. But it's like when you look at this man's behavior towards Liberia and Liberians, you question whether indeed he has any love or connection to Liberia. So he went to the school, then he went to Kenema and gave these people almost $500,000.
But why you get to see that? Why you get to see that way? Why you get to see that way?
I know. So even why you go to how you call Lofa County, the 4-year school and give it to that school. Let's just tell you my boy, hey man, let's just say boy, hey yeah, any holiday, hey they putting it on him. He take proud in other people's system. There's the reason why this man get time for what is happening in Liberia.
But
When our
Prince,
land is being encroached on, people have lived on that land for generations. That land is almost like ancestral land. People have lived on it for generation. That family have farmed on it. That land is a source of everything to these people. In the interior, I'm talking about Morovia, but in our interior parts, land is not just a place where you can say that my horse here on it. It means everything to us. It means our connection. It means our family. I mean, everything you can think about. That's how important our land is. It even means our security, our economy.
Prince,
Locally.
let me bust your bubble. Let me bust the follow-up bubble. It's reality. What you seeing that why Mother Bill undermine George when George our president. Mother Bill, you can see the connection between Mother Bill and the Unity Party presidency. You can see the police achievement, everything. You don't see it. You don't see it. Let me tell you. Let man, Mother Bill know. He said this is his uncle. This is a VP. So you can see the top relationship. How they talk about that, how much $300 and some dollar in Bull Water Sound connection, and all the connection, all the road contract in Malabio company. That company belong to the Malabio group. A Malabio that pay for play. That $300 and some more $1 million project. What they say they want to break ground. They want to break. That's why he undermine George. We are doing George that presidency. He wanted for this man to come pray. I mean, bust your bubble. Thousands of civilians they registered in Topa in our election. They voted for Dr. Nyima Bwaka. Let me tell you today, the videos are also there coming. Let me tell you, pray. If you pray, I'm a heavy puzzle player. How to think out of the box, how to put things together, how to get connection, different country. Let me tell you something. I said something on AB Way show. I will say on this platform. I said it here. The 2029 election for CDC to come back in power, they got to be radical. I break a lot of things down. Martin, I used to say before, a lot of people say I shouldn't be saying it that before because probably will not happen. A reality. 2029 Liberia will make Liberia or a break Liberia because the Unity Party. They know this man will be 85 to 86 years old. Liberia, let me answer the hard question, followers. We are all Liberians. We pledge allegiance to that land. Can an 86 years old man come back to power to rule the country? Imagine in this stage, Liberia, you put yourself together. You lead a joyous story. You put yourself together. Speak. Everybody get grandparents. You get somebody that was 86 years whatsoever. You know how feeble it is. That will talk. The way of walking, everything changes slow. Now look at Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. Now, Ellen is 86. Liberian. Can you people put Ellen in power now? If Ellen decide to come back, can you people vote for Ellen Johnson Sirleaf? No. Bwaka will be like Ellen Johnson Sirleaf at 2029. I break it down here. You will be 86, 85 to 86 years old. He at this stage, he forgetting a lot of things now. If the old man not read from paper, if you set the old man down with no handler, you will make a lot of mistake. These are old age. It will happen to anybody that reach the age. That's in reality. We all pray for the wisdom. We all pray to reach that age. Now, while I tell Liberians here, they can say life is short. I think your gullible society, life is never short. Just show me part of the Bible that tell your life is short. I will give you money or the Quran. You lie too much in the corridor. You listen to, I don't know the African mentality. You can never hear the Westerners say life is short. They live their life. They die. All always die. I'm not talking about cardiac arrest. I'm not talking about accident. These things happen. Why the Bible? Let me question your. No, when left the short, why the Bible to tell you why die before your time? Why God put that particular thing in the Bible? He said, why die before your time? Then you say, gullible society, low left society, because every day, when it even enjoys, left is never short. Your destiny lies in your hand. The tone here is powerful. That's why I tell all my followers, those that follow me on social media, don't ever auto, if you have that mentality, cancel it. Left never short. Left is long. Look at the Chief Johnson Cowardly, Ellen Johnson Salib, all these people, even Boaka, in 82, 2029, he will be 86. Left never short, Liberation. Your destiny lies in your hand. That's reality. Your destiny lies in your own hand. Let me tell you something today. I finished putting puzzles together. Why Mara Bio never used to stay in George Weah because of Uncle Joseph Boaka. You can see the connection today now. You think Mara Bio don't know Joseph Boaka is feeble? Why he fighting for that project? $300 and some more $1 million. Why? Is it the company belong to him? A majority of that project started on Liberia. Why? There's no Liberia own project. There's nobody within the Unity Party. There's nobody in the Unity Party that can bring a company for the Western world. All of them are in America, causing noise all over the place. You let Manabio hijack the whole country. Our legislature then just sitting down, nothing passing through them. I'm sorry for the country. Seriously, you can throw away your thought that why the country remain poor. There's a debate for another day. I said you're a poor country. You're proving now. You're proving the government don't have money. They have been blackballed. I know what I'm saying. I'm a whistleblower. They can never make shishi until they turn over. Until the president change the mentality. He start wish hunting. Rule the country and try to develop and leave his legacy. That's if somebody were around Joseph Boaka, that's it. Like what they can be advancing. He said, listen, you 82, rule this country, you fought for this power, you get the power now. Leave your legacy for your children. For your children, every great leader fought for legacy. Where is the legacy? Wish hunting? Why nobody wish hunt you? The men that help you to send you to hospital and other things there.
Brother Jake, this is something that I really, really want you to really talk about. And I want to talk to you. Now, the how you call the MCC is now telling our people that they're about to take our people land. They say they're about to take our people land. That's why MCC is not telling us they are going to take land. I don't know who gave them that authority. I don't know who gave them that power. I don't know when they come to the conclusion to think that they can just take people land because maybe the land there, according to them, nobody building on it, so therefore they can take the land. Oh, brother, what is your take? What do you think is happening with these guys?
You know why I won't tell you they want to, man? They won't left with the Liberian people. If they can left or Shafa, now president of the country to take that land, he left with them. Who is Shafa to take your land? He said after 30 days, you bid not in the land or the land just there, they will take it. He will sell it to investor. Shafa is going to be sleeping by now. That statement, if it really come from Shafa, all the laboratory descend on Shafa house standard. If this statement was made on a George executive or somebody or George Jefferson Koji, you will see trouble standard. But concerning the lay things they pray, again, the Liberian people need to step forward now. Every small thing in the country that were protesting on a George Weah, this is not George Weah now. So how can they allow the Unity Party, Shafade, to be destroying any of that? If you be not in your lane, so how about those that get property in America I mean, Liberia, they're not paying on it now. They put the money together. Shafa will take it also. When they say, Sherry, Shafa will not go buy America now. The America, they're like, bro, be away, bust up. Or Shafa will take somebody laying in America. When America that get property or get things. The way he Shafa will go visit. La, it's not happening. No Liberian. Shafa know he live in America now. You know it can't happen. He's talking to those in Monrovia. Those in Liberia, in Monrovia, in the area that you want to take. But daring to take any Liberian client that living outside of the country to carry to investor, to sell it to investor. Shafa can do it to people from outside.
But Jake, let me say this. The reason why Siafa is even talking what he's saying is because this men have seen that it is happening. The reason why Siafa even brave to talk about he taking people land. Look at what is happening. Somebody will just come from somewhere one day and just say the whole Bushwa Island is for me. They go there, they carry yellow machine, they break down people's property. And the people who breaking down the property and now they paying immediately. So what Siafa is saying, Siafa is right. Because imagine what Joseph Newman Boyka told the people. People who bought their land at that BTC, shuffling area there. That have been there for decades, even before the military people could move down there. When Boyka went there, what Boyka told them? Boyka said, God is not making new land. As far as he concerned, the land for the military people. So for me, what do you expect? Siafa is brave to say that because that is their plan. That's what they're about to do. They're about to start confiscating people land around there. The government now is about to start taking people land. And look, there are 3 fights that you must be very careful with because you ain't get any. It doesn't have any. You see land fight. It's something that don't have any. Land fight, that's number 1. Ain't get no any. The fight that people talk about, tribal fight. My brother, that fight ain't get any. It can only cease, but ain't get any. Because one way or the other, some kind of way, somebody will wrestle somewhere with something and they will say something. It will last for generations. It will last for generations. It hard to finish. It may not be at a very large scale, but there will always be something under the making. And what we will call to as racial fight, my brother, it's something that is tough. There may be others, there may be others, but for me, for this particular topic, that's what I want to put here. You see racial fight, you see land fight.
Wait,
My brother,
let me ask you, if I would take the people in land when they're not bidding on, then he would be free in the Republic of Liberia to you that how it will happen. And Liberians, Shafa, city mayor of Monrovia, where Ellen said the city is dirty, where he need to put his hair together and come outside of the country and look for investors and to see if they can recycle in that country, to bring company for them to recycle our garbage in the country. That why it's gonna be taking about that he will go. But please, let me tell you something. Shafa know like bring people about land business, or because the presidents do that thing.
No, but the man, what do you think the man will do? The man seeing what Joseph Jima Boyka is doing, breaking people down homes, taking land. But now you and I were here when you call Mo Ali say people can now go to the court, get the people small money, and they can be able to get in land. That a unity party in government. They will damage the system for all. So Siafa is right, my brother. Siafa not wrong. They meant right. What the man saying? There are people now coming from all over the place. I agree that people have their original land there. But imagine somebody will come and say, my parents get the land since 1842. After people bought the land, people are showing documents. Somebody can just claim the whole place. So Siafa is right to say what he's saying. Because he's saying that the people have shown no anger towards this nonsense that is happening. That people taking their land.
Yeah.
Look at what happened in Satan. In Satan. That place has been done, and the old woman said their parents bought that place since the 70s. Somebody just came today and said, my man, they play a whole player for me. You're breaking.
Oh, that's Satan, and they start they billing on it now, invested in billing on it now.
West side, building where the building? Brother J, I beg you, where the building? Nowhere. So the thing is, you can't blame these people.
So the empty place just sitting down there.
My brother is saying that they play there. So the thing is, like you said, Shiafa is not looking at doing his work. The city is very dirty. My man, I saw something. Moreover City Corporation. That place that used to be so admirable. If I can the video here,
see that?
I saw that place. I gave up. Somebody was doing recording there. I gave up. I said,
"What? Now video,
we showed similar video here, but the person went again and did another video. I'm like, no.
I think Shafa need to be. They need to sack Shafa, man. If you see that building, Shafa need to go. Damn it. But the man working for that building, Prince?
My brother, the man working. Shafa.
No, he working for that. He working for your office, different place.
The man in the building, I same place down there. The man, my brother, the man to that place.
With that man what dirty man in America?
Look, let's show our people this thing. Sorry. What is this? Okay, fine. I'm sorry, the wordings are very strong, but you know, the wordings are strong. Look, this is the MCC, Moreover City Corporation. The place that used to be so much admirable. Everybody want to have their program there. This is the MCC for us, my people.
See why Ellie say that dirty country. Wow.
This is MCC. Here is it. Let me take the video from there. Let me take it.
I see. The guys are protected. I see. Shafane. No some government, no some president will take this kind. Where they see this straight on circulating on social media.
Sure.
He will start Shafa.
Yeah, is it? I'm sorry, the wordings here will be very strong, but let's get this video. Look at this video. This place that used to be very, in fact, President, we had a program here. They play theater. They had a theater in there that used to be so fun. Everybody want to go there.
Let's be telling you that John Shafa are dirty, man. John Shafa dirty, the dirtiness from a horse. That ain't care to City Hall. When Jabasi could you are serving as mayor and the City Hall very clean. The play were okay. But say that dirty John Shafa took over. You see how they play Logan? Inside the area used to be very fun. You enter inside there, say yes, you in different country. But seeing a dirty rescue regime or John Shafa took over in that place, they play, he just another place, they play dirty, in fact, they play leaking everything in the map. You look at the picture on up here.
But Prince, the legislature can call this guy in. They can summon this guy.
The men only can speak.
Prince, the legislature can subpoena this guy.
The people do not even have regard for public property. My brother, if the people can go to that particular PHP park and destroy that place, go to Invisible Park and destroy the place. The lawmaker, they sitting down. They even think about calling. They want. What do you come for?
But well, all the more senator Delon can be making. Most here and their brother here, Sir Joseph, most rather on a bell. They're the senator. They could subpoena this guy.
Sure.
The senator can impeach this particular guy for this garbage. It's a disgrace.
How you call the place in Moreover City Corporation? But let's play this. Let's play this jingle and then we'll come back so that we can conclude. But you know the will be how you call
I have a dream.
But let's listen to this.
Barack Obama said, "Change, yes we can." And I, George, we have said, "Power to the people." Yes, we must.
Get ready for a historic gathering of unity, leadership, and vision. The Congress for Democratic Change USA, or CDC USA, proudly invites you to the 2026 National Convention. Now set from July 29 to August the 2nd in the great city of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, under the theme, Renewing for Results, One CDC, One Vision, One Future. This landmark convention will bring together states chapters, party leaders, diaspora stakeholders, and distinguished guests from across the United States, Canada, Europe, Australia, Liberia, and beyond. Join us for Strategic Policy Dialogue, CDC USA Leadership Elections, the Diaspora Engagement Forum, and a prestigious recognition ceremony featuring prominent voices and leaders, including Party Chairman Attorney Janga A. Kobe, leading an array of party officials from Liberia, including Representative Frank Safoko Jr., Representative Bintu Masale, Representative Abu Kamara, and Representative Eugene Colley. Plenary session speakers will include Wanto Tia Wanto, Mrs. Willamida Sadie Tarp, Aisha Bolo Howard, Mamesi Kabab, Councillor Garmonde Clinton, Civicus Basigiab, and many more. And don't miss the special honoring of His Excellency Dr. George Manawia, former President of the Republic of Liberia, for his outstanding democratic leadership and commitment to peace. As Liberian artists, including D12, Takun J, Leto Ibrahim Moibab, aka Heaven Sent, and KZW, will spice the honoring nights with beautiful performances, followed by a soccer match between CDC USA and POXA, with FIFA World Best George Manawia leading the CDC USA in a spectacular soccer match on Sunday. It's happening in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania from July 29 to August the 2nd. Come, let's celebrate democracy and celebrate a true icon of Liberia democracy, His Excellency Dr. George Manawia. Be a part of the movement, be a part of the vision, be a part of the future. For more information, contact your local CDC USA chapter or follow official CDC USA platform at www.cdc.usa.org or contact the convention committee at 301-383-6874. CDC USA Convention 2026. Here we come, renewing for results.
My brother Jake, you know, the CDC USA convention has been rescheduled for July. And I want to say thanks to President Weah for that reschedule. You know, the first schedule was to be in June. But in June, you know, he was going to be very busy, you know, with the welcome stuff and other things.
Yeah.
And he was only going to be there for like 2 days or so. I mean, straight 2 days. But after, you know, all of everything, you know, he have decided that he want to be there for all of the days.
Wow.
Whether 2 sections, you want to be there for the morning, evening section, morning, evening section. You want to be there from day 1 all the way to the end. You don't just want to come, stay 2 days and go. Because this CDC USA convention, according to what he said in one of the meetings, is dear to his heart. CDC is one of the pillars of CDC global. So he wants to be part of everything that we. And I want to say thanks to President Weah. I want to say kudos to him, you know, to the extent that he has appointed his Honorable Max Kimaya, you know, the former Foreign Affairs Minister of Foreign Affairs. Honorable Kimaya is the one who is charged with the responsibility of representing him in all of the meetings. And he had a meeting also, President Weah had a meeting with the committee. And it was very fun, you know. He has given his 100% support and say he will be part of it from the beginning all the way to the end. He want nobody to say, oh, I just can't there in the morning and I was not there in the afternoon. So he has said to us that he's going to be there, which is a very good thing. So I just thought to bring this in. I don't know if you want to weigh into this before.
Yeah, you know, I'm Europe now. So I'm planning to go to the States, maybe some European that support CDC. I think most vacation here too can be in July. Yeah, in Europe, yeah, July. I think on the 15th, something like that. So some people 3 weeks, 2 weeks. So I think some people planning because at summer time. Some people planning that because like we're like rainy season now. So a lot of people, like a lot of Liberians that will be in the States from Europe, maybe they will join you people there. I believe a lot of people from CDC, I suppose CDC or the president, they will be part of that trip because majority of people leave from Europe to go to America to enjoy themselves, go to their families and friends over there. So I think a lot of Europeans will be there too.
In fact, for the CDC USA alone, we are expecting nothing less than 400 person. That's how, yeah,
Well,
that's our expectation. We are
huge
expecting
number.
nothing less than 400 person. So with
Wow.
the exception of the other people who will be coming and stuff like that, that's what we are expecting.
There'll
So
be like there'll be like 450, 475.
yeah, it's going to be a very big something. It's going to be
Yeah,
like
that big.
Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. It's going to be
Yeah,
big. I mean,
it'll be.
it's going to be very big.
Yeah. I think, Prince, we don't have too much time, but one of the topics that training we're going to talk about, but we're not having too much time. Follower was the Prince. They think you are security member. These things it's done. It's dear to me too because you know what, military AFL or military in general are the number one people that can protect your life. Prince, the recruitment you saw on followers, the recruitment you all saw, Gadget speaking English, Prince, it's a fraud. Let me tell you, the military recruitment is a fraud. Prince, you now see the people sleeping on floor. Those are the going to recruit. Why the government rushing this thing, Prince? Prince, I don't know because Guinea crossed the border, and then they got in pandemic mood. They decided to do military recruitment. Please, if anybody see this video, please, any international body, country, the more the Unity Party get, the American government spend millions of dollars to train Liberian military. They infuse money in our military. Follow us. If they see the video, how these people treating Liberians because of job. The first citizen in the Republic of Liberia are military people. Then you treat it. Prince, if you see the video that's circulating on social media, Prince, if some leaders around the world, they see the video, they say that how you do your recruitment. Let me tell you today, you know the United Party that adore people, nobody will sit with Joseph Boakai. Because every great society respects that military. People being a military capability all around the world. We live in an evil world. Let me tell you, and I always say, I don't know who the chairman on security, national security in the Senate or in the legislature. They need to summon the defense minister and his cronies, his surrounding. Friends, they brought, if you see the recruitment situation, that thousands of people, hundreds of people sleeping on the floor, they get a place to sleep, Prince. It will baffle you. It will baffle you. Imagine. Then imagine after. We're facing the military in general, the AFL facing housing crisis. You don't have, present as we speak, the suffering today, Liberians, you can still remember all the buried in the old data buried during Tubman in town, Tubman in town. Liberians, we are the crossroad. When I tell you, y'all don't argue with me. When I tell you we broke it, I joke it. Since 1847, the July 26 will become current 79.
Cyrus Momon from Lofa County. He is the chairman on defense intelligence, at the House of Senate. Yeah.
He can summon his uncle ruling the country. He can summon a defense minister to see. These are the things that can nail the Unity Party. And they say they smart. They're not smart. These are dog group of people. All the witch hunting. These are the video. Send it to all your international partners. Everybody, they will say, who are these people? The government will crumble within. They will never support them. I see, how can Dumbuya see this kind of video?
I know.
How can Dumbuya see? He said, but I see why today people board up. I see why. If you see the video circulating, people sleeping in places, Liberians, it will baffle. The thing already circulating. It will baffle you. Also, a disgrace to the national, to the recruitment of the AFL. Seriously, disgrace. Why? Because no job in the country. Imagine followers. Let me go briefly into a sense of fraud. The person that decided to do where they taking the money from. Even they employ these people. Imagine Liberians. Not young people to the not young people that are recruiting, people above 30, 35, 40 years old. How can a 40 years old join the military? How can a 35 years old? We can just Liberian, the strength can fail people. A reality. Every military recruitment, you should be a young person, 20, 19, 20, 22, 24, 25. Even 28 ain't a problem. I think about finance military. The person gotta be energetic, everything. But you're recruiting from 40 years old, you're 140 years old, 35 years old. What kind of strength that again to do physical military training? And what happening to our border now? A video circulating all around the world. If Dumoya didn't see that video and see our deplorable recruitment and see this kind of thing, it's so sad, man. Now imagine, I told you we get housing crisis already. Our military now, they're not in a far area to say, yeah, this is a new housing unit for our military. You're spending millions of dollars. These are the first people in there. These are the first citizens in every great nation. They protect the land.
Sure.
How much even a recruit them after recruitment? How much you will be paying these people every month? What would be the benefit?
You know, Jake, before you go ahead, right? Before you go ahead, this is the stupidest thing that I've ever seen. A friend of mine in the military, he's one of the top notch. So we're having this discussion. The man said, this is the most, backward recruitment that we have ever entered into. So I'm like, what happened? The man said, before we can even talk about recruitment, first of all, we look at housing.
Thank
Because
you.
you're bringing in new people. So you must first of all make that space, for those that you are bringing in. So before we can even talk about recruitment, we already have the budget. The money already in our hand. We already finished making preparation. But he told me, he said, Prince, you know what happened? All the things that you do, you know that we get money, waiting for the people to get money. He said, we get money. We even get enough space. Even those of us that are there, the few number of us that are there, we even get enough space. Officers supposed to have their own quarter. They're supposed to have officers supposed to be there with your family. Up to now, the guy said we are still sharing place with other people. It's like, take for example, as officer that you're supposed to have your own, apartment and what have you. We are still sharing. We're sharing place. It's like, we're sharing that 2 room together. We're sharing it with our family and everything. We're sharing the same place. Even those who are the recruits, we don't even have enough space here for sleeping. So he said, as I speak to you, they think we're doing recruitment. The money not in our hand. They're still looking for money. They're looking for money. So how? There are some things you tell me I can't say it here for some other reason. But it's just so crazy.
Prince, just a common thinking. People will common sense. Think out of the box. Just think out of the box. It's a fraud. It's why they never recruit from the beginning before Guinea take our land. Why they honor duress? That's something they're not telling. That's something they're not telling us.
When you apply, right? When you apply, once your name is captured as somebody who is supposed to participate or who is supposed to be part of the first process of evaluation, right there, a place is provided for you.
Yes.
That's the first thing. A place, once you go through that, you submit your application and what have you. Maybe, for example, you are accepted. You pass the first test, you are accepted. That yes, we saw your application. Yes, you are somebody who we can consider. If they decide to host you, by right, you should be hosted somewhere. Even on our first day. The first day. Even if it is kind of late area, they will be able to provide.
When the people sleeping on the ground, according to the video that's circulating, more than 100 people. Okay, let me ask you, you security man, Librarian, according to our Librarian, you can take 35 years to recruit in the military? After that, from your age.
The thing is, not to admit,
40 years old, they say from age 1, from 18 to 40.
But right now, let me tell you the truth. Right now, especially in Liberia, we should not even be going that route. The route of 40. Because we have a very young population.
Thank you.
You want for the military to be able to develop with the necessary skills, the necessary, technology, upgrading of different things that is happening in the world. So what you want to do is you want to take some of the best at a very low age or at the minimal age that can be able to serve you more as they grow up with that experience. As they grow up with that knowledge, and they can be able to understand. Now, with the issue of 40 years, it depends. Like, take for an example, there's other things, but some other area, 40 years. But for Liberia, that should not be the case. Because when you take into consideration our population, I mean, we have a very young population. I mean, a very, very young population. And looking at the military, the history of the military, and what is happening in the world now, you want to take somebody that is very, very, that is of good age, that can serve you and will be able to get the experience. So, for example, if you take somebody who is 18 years old in the military, you benefit a lot as a nation from that person. They get long time to serve. You get more things to teach them, and at the end of the day, they become a resourceful, what you call integral part of the system in the next 30 or 40 years. So say in the next 30 years, the 18 years will be like 38. You know what are the things that he have learned? Because the military is continuous training until the day you leave from there. That's how it is. It's every day. I mean, it's just continuous training. So the more you train, is the more you open space for these people. But unfortunately, if you take, like you say, 40 years old, my brother, look, even 40 years old in Liberia, we are not trying to mock anybody, but to be realistic. 40 years old man in Liberia, God bless you, you do well. The struggles and the challenges, too much wear and tear on your body. Let me put it this way, I'm sorry, but that's it. Too much wearing and tearing on your body. You're going through too much. So the strength is not, look at us that even living in the Western world where we can call our doctor and go see our doctor and what have you. Once you hit that 14, my brother, your activity reduce. With all of the advanced medical or whatever that we have here, by the grace of God and whatever thing.
Friend, the thing I will buy for you also, I'm following the team because I think I get a lot of interest in the military. Because yes, a lot of interest. I know my reason why I get a lot of interest in the military to be one of the finest in West Africa. But because we don't have money. Prince, a lot of women joining the team. You know why? Because of poverty. Nothing. If all the girls I talk to that joining the military are asking why, they say, Jake, nothing here to do. We won't see our body. We won't see our set. Nobody can sleep with us for $10. So let's join the military here. I know hundreds of girls that I spoke to, that I talked to behind the scene, followers. Everything they would tell me. They don't say, oh, I love the military. When I was small, I want to join the military. No. They're joining because of the duress of the country situation, the poverty rate that engulfed the nation. That's why many of them want to escape because they don't want to join the other girls that are doing these kind of devious things in the country. So they believe through the military too, maybe one day they can travel for scholarship program. The military can be vibrant one day, tomorrow recruitment. They go for training in America and other places around the world. It depends on our situation. I said it before. I used to fly this thing here before. They left with me. If I were part of the legislature, I will put bill on the table. Every Liberian, so now you're 18 years old, you got to join the military, but you're going to do military training like Israel. Everybody, I went to Tel Aviv, everybody in Israel doing military. As you 18 years to 19, you got to enlist yourself for 1 year military training, thorough military training. You got to join the military. Then you will decide if you want to be in the military. Because why? Because that small land, they wanted to protect that country. So they want for everybody in the country they know how to shoot gun. They get military training in case anything develops. That's why you see the Israeli military, the RDF, one of the most powerful military in the world, next to the American military. More small nation, but one situated to that particular place, but one of the most powerful nation because why? Everybody, because they know they are the other end of the world, and anybody can stage on them to take over that country. So I want for that same thing to come in Liberia. The youth, a law, the president of the legislature can pass it. So now you're 18. You gotta join the Liberian military. We are a small country with small population, with 5 million something, growing to 6 million. This war is an evil war right now. See what happened in our situation. Although we experienced the Liberian Civil War, but Liberia, most of the people that experienced the Liberian Civil War, how many years gone now?
But my brother Jacob, you're talking about this issue of how you call things, people taking military training. I'm going to tell you this.
Mm-hmm.
Most of us who went to school in the 80s, some people did ROTC.
Yeah, was kind of thing.
There were times where almost all of the ROTC teachers, they were all from the Ministry of Defense. They were all Army people.
Yeah.
They were being paid either by the Ministry of Education or the Ministry
of Defense.
So what we even need to tell these people is to first of all be able to introduce in all of the schools that ROTC back, or even introduce in the school scouting, right? Ball scouting, because that's one of the let's say the youth group that is very close to that particular.
Yeah, but Prince, the ROTC never taught how to shoot gun. You know that different thing. They just teach you the military drill, the general, all these needs.
So we can start. That's why I'm saying we can start from there. Hey, but we ain't even get it now. You're talking about the budget when we even get
no, you got no compulsory military training from the age of 18, 19, 20 to prepare yourself for the future of Liberia. Okay, for example, the way Guinea incursion our land, Elatin was there that all Liberians had to shoot gun. Every Liberian had to shoot gun, protect with no military training. We'll go after Guinea straightly. We'll not be scared. The only thing we'll look for heavy. We just look for serious military equipment now. The new one. What happening in Israel today? That what happening in Israel? When anything happens, even in Europe, the Jet Council it all in Europe way back. Everybody used to do military training. We were compulsory in Europe here. Because what happened during the Halo War and things then. So most countries, they did military. Everybody was about this time because a lot of people they build the military capability all around, a lot of youth joining. But this is very crucial to Liberia. Our surrounding. What we're seeing happening now, with Guinea is a wake-up call, praise. Disregard is a wake-up call. The president need to make all our alliance now, all our connection, because they don't have the connection. Now what Guinea Prince, I've been flagging it here before Guinea to build land here. I used to say, Liberia need to build a military capability. Evil things happening around the world now. Evil things are happening. I said, imagine Dunya get a brave man to cross our border because he get a weak leader in power. He had a weak leader in power.
I know the man is concerned about how you can take his retirement benefit. And he got that for the Liberian people saw.
But then if he able the job, if the president is feeble, now you get a young Jeremiah Kun, you can get in the power. Next year, if the president can make it, he can transfer power. They say they're not supposed to finish, he can transfer power to Jeremiah Kun, but the United Party are afraid to transfer power because why? The Ome is feeble. Because they believe when Jeremiah Kun become president, he will bring a own group of people. He will silence all the top people within the United Party. That's what they are afraid for. That's why people can say Jeremiah Kun greedy for power, or he answered for power, but reality, the Ome is old. But you see, Jeremiah Kun told Liberians, Joseph Barker brain is going down. Imagine that it took a long time.
Yeah, on OKFM.
Yes. Now imagine the age now. He said it before they even won the election. He said, I will not vote for him because the age is going down. I sat with him. This is on the recent Prince Johnson brought him to the table. I was on the recent Prince Johnson convincing. Say, oh, come here. Because they couldn't believe that he will be this on this level by now. Even the Henry Costa, all of them. That's why you were talking about the medical record. When you heard that Jeremiah Kun was coming on the ticket, that's why Henry Costa start seeing all the rubbish, how Jeremiah Kun that because Henry Costa never believed that the Pape will be this kind of way today. So these are one of the things today, but if he can make it, You transfer power to your second man. You transfer power to your second man because he 82, going to 83. Praise. But talking to the non, but people be feeble, seriously feeble. Look at that interview with a French journalist, the renowned French journalist. The old man dropped the ball because you're not reading from script. You're not reading from paper. A handler, we're not telling you nothing. If that interview going to go deeper, probably going to make a lot of mistake. Going to make a lot of mistake. He can say the president, Guinea president asking you about the situation at your border. They may not go attack your border and you'll be asking how your situation at your border.
I know. The man who got total control over the play, he took over the play.
Then he say,
illegal form and faction. He said,
the old man dropping the ball, man. He's dropping the ball, Prince. Yeah, we're going more 2 hours.
Yeah. My brother Jake, I want to say thank you, and I want to use this time to say thanks to all of our people, all of the followers. I'm sorry, my people, sometimes when you see it like this, right now as I speak now, you on different other situation, you know, on the other side. I want to say thank you, my brother Jake, for all.
Yeah, but salute to you too for reaching that milestone. I told you that reality, they want fact check, you can fact check. You the bigger podcaster now in Liberia.
We did it together, bro.
Yeah.
Especially you, we did it together. It's not easy for 8 months for you to have straight in the row every month. It's 1 million view, you know, every month. Sometimes it's really, yeah, you know, somebody will say it's magical, but I want to say thank you, my brother Jake.
Yeah, and the follow, and kudos to the follower that the followers make it happen. They sharing the video. If you want to believe me, the narrative, we're destroying the narrative. I don't get people calling me from all Asia. They say, Jay, your platform different because you're a relay video. You're a relay. Other people can be talking nonsense, but you're play the other video. You'll play Joshua. You'll play Pabwaka. You'll play Eli. You'll play Project. You'll play the other one. I said this. I said I don't know the palaver or that make it. That what there is the game changer. That one I tell all the followers there now. Any platform you go on, the main person to play video. Even they can play from their phone, let they play video. That's the game changer. You change the way journalists brought developmental politics. You change the game on podcast now in Liberia. You got to show video. If you show video, you on your own. And you lie to the followers.
We did it together, and we'll continue.
Thank you. Yes, salute to you and to the followers also.
Followers, our family members who we consider as our family, you know, your effort, your support. Thank you for everything. Let the information continue to go. Our people are getting the truth. Now it is resonating with our people. You know, our people are not getting it, and there is no way that these people can lie. Like I said to somebody, the only reason why you see sometimes these people are trying to change their narrative or to change their tune is because they have realized that, my brother, you can't lie to the people no more. We have opened the people out enough. That when I hear people saying, oh, the other people now they're talking the truth. The people who used to be lying, they're talking the truth. Who told you that they know that they were lying? They knew that they were lying. And right now they know that it is not in their favor because, you know, our people are well educated relative to their lives. So our people will not take lie for an answer. The people will do their research. The people
more Ali last again. 53. Now you know 53% are paying the water bill in the country.
I know.
You already Ryan Joe. We have whole water story. The thing are finished now. They don't smack people. They can smack people. Oh, you water on solar burden, water going, pressure or water going all in the country. America failure, man. They go, 53%. You all knew that you was spraying propaganda at that time. Last, all of your whole day on correct, your own camera coaster and show your own other show, then just spraying gibberish. Now the boys in your code, you MD now for Labron water and silver. You fall flat on your face because why? You are Ryan, President Joe. We are other things that they left there. Doing the water, so all the prep that they install, all the things they were in the making. You're acting like your own. You own your own now. You get no way out. But since the man became water and solar managing director, he never left the country. Where he went?
Where he went? People go. You see, but where they will go to go meet anybody? Where?
When you're managing,
who is their hair? He ain't got no connection. That didn't want to get connection.
But you know what baffled me too? All these guys, I was talking all the nonsense. They get one. Some of them can't even leave the country. All the ministers there, they don't. All the laws they were causing. Because MD then the other one, they don't leave the country. They're just in Monrovia, merry-making, lying to the Liberian people, doing Facebook page, posting. The real hard work there now. They can work. All of them they flop. But the play, the president will suffer at the president 100 days. 100 days, every nation, when they say 100 days, that's what Liberian people, that's what the world will see what you're capable of doing.
Sure.
So Joseph Boakai flopped on his 100 days. Imagine 100 days, the man was still forming government. The man told me 3 months of form government. Putting name and changing name.
Up to now, the man still forming government, my brother. Infinite here. Man still forming government.
100 days, 100 days flop. No connection, nothing. Everywhere the women travel. I told him, I told him from the initials, I knew what I was saying. I said, yeah, man, black folk, the only person I know, what I mean, Eugene Falcon. Falcon said, Jake, how you read it again? How you say, what your pieces about it, Falcon? That the reality, the government where you working, you have been blackballed. I don't say, I've seen it today again. The only way they will release them if the old men start witch hunting. You cannot witch hunt your opposition person, the biggest opposition that through him that you came to power. Can you witch hunting the men that get all the connection in the world? He's the darling of the West. Pray. The thing I say, you can see in the World Cup. The president going to the World Cup. You can see how he went displaying that way. Yeah, you will say, wow, Jay, you really saying it for true. The men get connection in high places. More connection coming, said, because he believed he will return to power. I said, pray, they want to baffle me because they got cheated the election. Pray, they may have billions of dollar engagement. Pray, one of the smartest men that the Unity Party playing with to beside George, where I had a lot of things to come. That was Kimia. The foreign minister had a lot of things in the Puebla. They came here, what you see with George Weah. Sure. Kimia was a player, and it's a top notion. Don't see it at that. You get connection. If I need some connection, some people that connected in the Western world, Liberian will baffle. I know some perfect story about him. Kimia. That one, they may have had a connection. But the Unity Party blow it away. How can you come to power? They call it transfer of power. You wish hunting. Everything that was in the making for the for the government. You took the mantle. You sort of be peaceful and intelligent and play on them and get a whole result. Billions of dollars. Every connection, investor then will come in the country. The people step on everything. Because you wish hunting them. How can you wish on the president that were all in Qatar, all in Dubai, all the places? Everybody loving it. Like money was going to come to the country because you were taking on the second chain. Then you got they just dug hole for all of them. Dug hole and put them there and we buried them. They were never. I say, going to 3 years now. Next will be 4 years. When I come to Monrovia, somebody will say, Jake, why you been saying these things? I tell you, I told them before, I said, I'm a chronic whistleblower for my country. As chronic one, I would find where money is. Then we tell our government. That's what I need to do for George Weah. Magadan know my story. Samuel Twain know my story. But the real person that know my story is Eugene Falcon. Praise. I think we're going 2 hours plus now, yeah.
Yeah, sure.
So we can close.
Thank you so much, my brother Jake. And let me say thanks to our family. Tomorrow we will be here. Thank you so much for everything. Let's continue, with the discussion. So until we meet again, my brother Jake, bye from my hand.
Okay, bye-bye.
Luther King said, I have a dream. Barack Obama said, Change, yes, we can. And I, George, we are saying power to the people. Yes, we must. Fellow citizens,
get ready for a historic gathering of unity, leadership, and vision. The Congress for Democratic Change USA, or CDC USA, proudly invites you to the 2026 National Convention, now set from July 29 to August the 2nd, in the great city of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, under the theme, Renewing for Results, One CDC, One Vision, One Future. This landmark convention will bring together states chapters, party leaders, diaspora stakeholders, and distinguished guests from across the United States, Canada, Europe, Australia, Liberia, and beyond. Join us for strategic policy dialogue, CDC USA leadership elections, the Diaspora Engagement Forum, and a prestigious recognition ceremony featuring prominent voices and leaders, including Party Chairman Attorney Janga A. Cole, leading an array of party officials from Liberia, including Representative Frank Safoko Jr., Representative Bintu Masale, Representative Abu Kamara, and Representative Eugene Colley. Plenary session speakers will include Wanto Tia Wanto, Mrs. Willamida Sadie Tarp, Aisha Bolo Howard, Mamesi Kabab, Councillor Garmonde Clinton, Civicus Basigia, and many more. And don't miss the special honoring of His Excellency Dr. George Manawia, former President of the Republic of Liberia, for his outstanding democratic leadership and commitment to peace. As Liberian artists, including D12, Takun J, Little Abraham Moibab, aka Heaven Sent, and KZW, will spice the honoring nights with beautiful performances, followed by a soccer match between CDC USA and POXA, with FIFA World Best George Manawia leading the CDC USA in a spectacular soccer match on Sunday. It's happening in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania from July 29 to August the 2nd. Come, let's celebrate democracy and celebrate a true icon of Liberia democracy, His Excellency Dr. George Manawia. Be a part of the movement. Be a part of the vision. Be a part of the future. For more information, contact your local CDC USA chapter or follow official CDC USA platform at www.cdc.usa.org or contact the convention committee at 301-383-6874. CDC USA Convention 2026. Here we come, renewing for results.
We want to encourage those who want to remain corrupt and steal money, that I beg them. The money should be used to bless our people. Thank you and God bless.